Hello, SM Sunday School. It's Mother Johanna again. It is finally Lent. Yes, Lent. But you asked me what exactly is Lent? Okay. So Lent is 40 days. 40 days before Easter. It's actually 46, but we say 40 because we do not count the Sundays. Sundays are considered a date of celebration like a mini Easter. So it starts on Ash Wednesday and goes all the way to sundown on Holy Thursday. And it's a time to return to God. So Ash Wednesday. Okay. So remember, before Ash Wednesday, there is something called Pancake Tuesday or Shrove Tuesday, where people will actually celebrate and have pancakes. Because in the old days, flour, milk, and eggs are the things that will go bad. So they will want to use them all up before they go fasting during Lent. But Ash Wednesday, remember Ash Wednesday? The priest will burn the palms from the previous Easter and then use the ashes. And on Ash Wednesday's Mass, you will go up and then the priest will actually use the ash to mark a cross on your forehead to remind us that we are all dust and one day we will return to dust. So, going back to Lent, what do we do? So we do a few things. These are called Lenten practice. So fasting, what do you mean fasting? That means giving up something. Normally people give up things like chocolate, or some people give up meat. That is to try and basically exercise some self-discipline. And then there's almsgiving, meaning you give money to charity to help the poor, or you give money to the outreach program at your church, so that those people in need will actually get some help. And then, of course, we will pray. We'll have extra prayer time during Lent. And also, we have to read the Bible, read scripture. Why are all this important? Okay, well, before I tell you a story, why do you think we observe 40 days of Lent? Because Jesus spent 40 days in the desert. So after Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist, he went to the wilderness. And then he fasted, meaning he did not take any food for 40 days. He was really, really hungry. So Satan came and tried to tempt Jesus, meaning try to get Jesus to not follow God, but follow Satan. So Satan said to Jesus, "Oh, you are really hungry, right? Why don't you turn that rock into bread?" But Jesus remembered something he read as a child, and he said, "Well, we need more than bread to live." So Jesus said, "Nope." Satan said, "Okay, that didn't work. Think of something else. I'm going to show you all the cities and all the peoples and they actually belong to me. But if you worship me, they will be yours." Jesus thought, I remember another teaching of God from Scripture. We should worship only God. So, sorry, no. So Satan thought, okay, now I know what to do. He took Jesus up to the top of a temple in Jerusalem. He said, "Look, if you are the Son of God, why don't you just jump? Because God will protect you." Jesus thought for a while and said, "No, Scripture said you do not test God." So Satan was really, really frustrated and disappeared. So what is this story about? I'm thinking like, we are not in the desert. And of course we're not in the desert. But then we're also in the world that doesn't really know God. So there are all these things that actually try to drive you away from God instead of drawing you closer to God. So those are called temptations. So things like, how about watching Netflix instead of doing homework, spending a lot of time on a phone, on a computer, and then maybe just doing things that you know is actually wrong. So those are temptations. So Lent is actually a time for us to exercise some self-discipline and get back and get closer to God, because at Easter we're going to receive a really big gift. And if you don't exercise ourselves in the 40 days, we'll be so far away from God that we just don't even know what to do with the gift. So that's no good. So I'm going to challenge you this week, and then what I want you to do is to notice things that actually drive you away from God, like things that you know that you shouldn't be doing, and then you note that in your head and say, I remember what I watched on the video. I should not be doing those things. I should actually spend more time praying and reading the Bible. There's more to come because the Lent is 40 days, and we are going to have a lot of different challenges, but then we also learn a lot of things about God and also about ourselves. So until then, keep praying and stay safe. I'll see you next week. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.